What's up, guys? It is Magi. I am back with you for the Master Set. This week will be played by this guy right here in red from Inside Gaming in game number 1. It is Xergxes. And the ace set is a best of 3. And in the top left-hand corner, the pink Zerg pieces from FXB. It is Clamoe. Look, have fun coming out for both players. The Xergxes had to play up this week in the Master Set, mainly due to the fact that you do have to have a set required amount of games as you get further and further ahead into Chobo Team League. So right now we are in week 7, which the required number of games I do believe is 60 for this coming week, from what I was told. We do have Xergxes opting for that hatchery to start things off. So both players opening up very similar. Should see 17 gas, 17 pool. Both players. And it looks like we do have Xergxes getting his gas a little bit sooner. So you will have that slight gas advantage, as it looks like Clamoe did opt for an extra drone before he built it. His gas. 20 pool does come out. So very mirrored builds overall so far. And as we know, Zerg vs Zerg is one of those matchups that goes in many different ways. Usually starts out at the Ling Bling composition. The early stages of the game. And the last game I did cast as a ZVZ was a Masters game. 2 drunk played. Last week against Team UR, I do believe. And it was like 15 minutes with no... Yeah, 15 minutes with no lair, no roaches or anything. It was just Ling Baneling the entire time. And that's sometimes the way ZVZ does go. Now in the bottom right hand corner, Xergxes does have his hatchery done, and so does Clamoe. This is where things are going to start to get fun. Speed did start up about the same time, but it looks like Xergxes was slightly faster on the speed. However, that doesn't really matter as ZVZ speed, you will eventually get it. Especially when they start up about the same time, the advantage will not really be there. Baneling Nest for Xergxes, so this is an offensive Baneling Nest, as Xergxes is going to be the aggressive player. Whereas Clamoe throws one down here to kind of just zone things out and cut down some surface area on his creep. It also allows him to tuck this queen in, should he need to try and avoid the links around. Well, however, Xergxes does find some lings out here on the map, making sure these lings don't get too much damage done. Overlord gonna get pew-pewed on by this queen, but she should be able to end up killing it in the end. She is going to divert her attention to these lings. One ling will end up falling. Which means these lings are now just going to be here to scout and try and figure out exactly what all they have. But he will be able to see everything. I do believe he's failing this as well. No, he didn't. So he's just going to assume that Xergxes is probably going to have to be on the same... This would not fit. Okay, so the third base will get you your larva. We'll get you a little bit extra larva, and should you hold this aggression, you will be able to get ahead economically. Baneling's just not finishing up, and the first Banelings do find a connection there. Not the juiciest of connections, but it was a connection nonetheless. These Banelings from Xergxes do finish up. Doesn't trade any just yet. He trades 2, like 3 or 2 and a Ling for the 2 Banelings. He is trading out Banelings for Banelings. 1 Baneling for 2. In the end, that was 2 Banelings to kill those 2 Banelings, so those do end up dying off. He is going to try and get in here on top of these other Banelings before they finish up. And another pretty decent connection there from these Banelings. They do finish up and just finish hatching. Gonna get dicey very quickly here for Xergxes, as his 4 Banelings are now very battered and bruised, which means 1 Baneling will be able to kill off 3. And trading extremely well here is Clamoe with these Banelings. And this is why Ling Baneling gets to be very micro-intensive ZVZ. You don't want to trade out your Banelings for 1 connection. You want to trade them out Baneling for Baneling, or find that big juicy connection on the Lings. Like right here, there's a very decent connection there for Xergxes, who's trying to get his Banelings to finish up, but he's got on the Banelings. Xergxes is not going to get his Baneling to finish up, and if it does, it's going to have a very good connection. With the Ling army here, army supply not in Xerxes' favor, 24 to 16, as the third base is finished for Clamoe, which means he can reinforce a lot sooner. And with more Lings down here from this third base. Which is surprised Xerxes didn't pick up on that and where these Lings are coming from, so I'm surprised he didn't swing back down to try and kill off this third base. Music, man. That's my music. My music. These Lings are going to have to come back home to defend. There are some Banelings out here for Xerxes to defend with, or they are just finishing up. If he can find a good connection, he will be able to hold on in this matchup. He's running these Lings away. Ooh, a very good one to have, actually. He mismicroed that a little bit. Didn't get the best of connections there. So the Baneling rounds are finishing up again for Xerxes. Xerxes trying to hold on the back foot on his side of the map now. As the Clamoe is kind of baiting this fight further and further away from his Bane, or Xerxes' natural. The Roach Horn is out, and Xerxes trying to transition into the Roaches. And he missed his timing, actually, to go into these Roaches. He should have started doing it while he was across the map. This poor Queen is going to get picked off here. GG's going to be called out from Xerxes, and game number 1 in the ace set will go to Clamoe. I'm Madrid, and I'll be right back with you for game number